Welcome back guys, we're back again with another tutorial. This time we're going to be going over how you can add a Freenom domain to your SeekaHost panel. By this meaning that you're going to get your free domain from Freenom and then you're going to host it with SeekaHost, which is super cheap hosting and it's going to give you some really good value for money as well. Because for only a small fee you get the full features of WordPress, any plugins, you don't have to pay extra for stuff like that. When you get your WordPress hosting, you even get a free email account that you get for your business and everything else that WordPress offers you. So Freenom, as you might already know, is a domain site where you can get yourself a free domain. It usually doesn't give you it free with like a .com or .co.uk, but you might get a tk.ml, and you can get these domains for free. The way that it works is you get it for free up until 12 months, and after 12 months you do have to pay a fee for it. So of course, if you're looking for somewhere to actually host your site, you're going to need hosting for visitors to actually be able to come onto a site and visit your domain. So for this reason, we're going to link it to SeekaHost. So it's actually very simple to do this. It might just seem a bit complicated before you've done it, but once you've watched this video, you're going to be pretty certain that you're going to be able to connect any domain to any hosting once you understand how name servers work. Unfortunately, Freenom does come with a few setbacks, which we will go through further in a minute, so it might just be worth it having yourself set up with SeekaHost for when that 12 months does come up and you're going to need yourself an actual domain, or something goes wrong in the process and you want to try and recover a domain and get a reputable one that you know isn't going to get given away. So with that, let's get into the video and let's show you guys. So as you might have been able to tell already, they haven't got the best reviews. If you search on Trustpilot, you're going to see the most amount of 1 stars for Freenom. This of course is because it does come with many problems, unfortunately. Like a lot of the people are saying, you do get charged. Sometimes they'll take your domain away because it's free, so you don't actually own it if you don't get enough visitors, and they'll try and charge you extra money, which of course is going to lead to extra frustration as a customer. If you've built up your domain, you're even thinking about potentially buying it for the next year, and then they take it away from you, and then you see some ridiculous amount that you're going to have to pay for your domain that you want now. And another thing, of course, is if you search on YouTube, you're going to find so many videos trying to tell you how to make fixes, how you can get the domain when it tells you it can't. So unfortunately, it is quite full of problems. So although we're not recommending to not use this site, of course, it's a great way to get started, so you can get yourself a free domain without having to get paid. Potentially going forward in the future, it might not be the best idea, and it might just be a best idea just to grab yourself an actual domain which is paid. You can get it for so long, you can get the renewal, you'll never lose your domain unless you just don't pay your fee, because as we all know, free stuff will always come at a price eventually. So although a good way to start off, in the future you might be looking at hosting, and of course you can check out SeekaHost for the domains. However, let's actually get into how to add the Freenom domain to the hosting, just so you can get started and you can get yourself online and growing. So let's get started first with actually logging on to Freenom. I'll leave all the links in the description, and it's quite simple to come get your domain. You're going to come onto the main site, and you can just go ahead and search your domain here. So for this example, we're going to use WP Trainer just for WordPress Trainer, and see if we can go ahead and grab that domain for free. So let's just go and click check availability, and as you can see, we get all these variations here for free. So we've got wptrainer.tk.ml.ga. So let's say we want to go for .tk, we can go ahead and click now. Now, this is a problem you are going to get, and there's a lot of YouTube videos are showing how to fix this. If you click it, it's going to say not available. Sometimes it doesn't. The way to get around this is simply typing in the whole name that you want, so wptrainer.tk. We're going to replace that now and just paste the whole one in. Take out the free if you've copied it straight from there, so we're going to do a wptrainer.tk. Now let's go ahead and search, and you'll see that you have got it now and you've selected it, although it said it wasn't available before. So next thing to do is just go to checkout. Here you're going to choose the period of which what you want it. So if we click this drop down menu here, you can go all the way up to 12 months for free. After that, you do start getting a charge for the domain. So let's just go ahead and use the 12 months at free and click continue. We got the domain that we want. So now let's just go ahead and confirm that we definitely do want it. As you can see here, we have no charge. I didn't have to make an account. All you can do is you can sign in with your socials. So for this time, we're just going to sign in with Google. Once you've done that, it will most likely take you back to the home screen. You can come over to services and just come to my domains, and this is where it's going to list them. Now, unfortunately, as you can see, it hasn't actually listed mine. So unfortunately, that didn't save my domain. This site can be a little bit buggy. This is why it's got so many low stars on it. However, it does still provide a free service, which we can use it for. So let's just load up again and see if we can find that domain. I can see why customers get frustrated with this. Sometimes the pages don't even work, or they don't work for quite a while. They take ages to load. I had a problem yesterday with my domain actually working for a couple of hours. So I can definitely see where the frustration comes from. So we've all loaded up again. Let's go ahead and search that exact domain again. So that will be wptrainer.tk, and let's check availability now that we're signed in. As we can see, same process again. Select that one and go to checkout, and there we go, we checked it out. So let's just wait for that to load up. We're going to check 12 months again as a period, and then we're going to go ahead and add the domain. Although this has been a pain, it doesn't actually take that long to do, so especially for practice sites this is really good for. So let's go ahead. We got 000, agree to the terms, and now we can complete the order. I forgot to mention, when you do make your first account, if you connect with Google, it'll send you an email. It's really quick, that email, and all you got to do is just confirm it to use the Freenom service. At no point do you have to put in bank details unless you actually want to pay for something. So we've got our number, so let's go click here, back to your client. Yet another frustration. With links not working on their website, you can never really have the highest hopes. So let's click back on here. If you see services, you can go on my domains. You can go ahead and check out your domains. So finally, we've got it. We've got wptrainer right here, .tk. Now, and most likely the easiest part to this whole video is actually connecting it up to SeekaHost. As you can see here on SeekaHost.app, you can get yourself a PBN site, you can get yourself a WordPress site and start your hosting, and it's super affordable. So we're talking about literally £1 a month if you want the starter pack for one site. So the way that we do this is we're going to create a free account with SeekaHost, and we're going to sign in. Of course you can, if you are looking for a paid domain, just come straight to our domain search bar here. You can go ahead and search your domain and then purchase it with, again, much more security to that domain. However, we'll go over that later. So to create an account, simply search for a domain. You can go to sign in. You can just enter in a few details and you create your SeekaHost account for free, and that way you can check out all your packages as well and just check out the dashboard too. It's very easy to understand on here. You have your PBN blogs on the top left, you've got your WordPress sites, you can add tracking sites and domains as well. So we're going to go over to our WordPress sites section over here, and we're going to create ourselves a WordPress site. Like I've already shown you the hosting plans, how much they cost. It's £1 a month if you want a WordPress site. So what we're going to do is we're just going to head up to create a WordPress site. From this point, you're just going to have to enter in your domain. So this is going to be the wptrainer.tk, so we're going to enter that in the top bar. And then you can also go ahead and add a blog title if you want to as well. Keep it visible, of course you want it to be visible, and then choose your package. If you haven't got a package already for your hosting, you can then go ahead, it will prompt you to choose one and pick a plan now. So I'm just going to go use this one because I've still got 3 sites available, and let's go to add WordPress site. Now this is almost it. All we need is a few more steps, then we've connected the domain to the hosting. Once you're on this page here, it's just going to take maybe about a minute, maybe 2 minutes just for it to like connect to itself, and then we're going to be able to do the name servers, and that's it, we're done. So whilst that's happening, I'll just show you one of the sites that I just put up yesterday. It only took a few minutes, just added like a theme and a couple of pages, but as you can see, it works like any other WordPress site. You can design it in the same way, add your pages, so it's no different. As long as you got your domain pointed, you get all the great features that you're going to get with SeekaHost. Now 1 minute down and it's already blog successfully added, so we're just going to go to the action button here, and this is where we're going to get the name servers to connect them. As you can see here, we've got name server 1 and we've got name server 2. This is all that we're going to need to connect the domain to the hosting, so it recognizes when visitors click on your domain, it's going to bring you straight through to your site that you're building. Now, one thing to add is you're going to need your username right here and the password. So just click the eyeball, copy and paste that somewhere safe, and don't lose it, because in a minute we're going to have to activate our SSL certificate, which will make sure that our site's more secure, and it's running on HTTPS rather than HTTP, and you're going to get your little padlock over here. So that's going to disappear when you activate that, so just save that down. Alright, so let's go ahead and copy the NS1 SeekaHostAppControl.com, and we're going to come back to our client area of Freenom. If you're not sure how to get to this page, just come over to services and you're going to come down to my domains. You're going to find the domain that you want to connect right here, and we're going to go to manage domain on the right. Now, once you're on this page, you're going to go management tools, and you are going to go to name servers. It's always going to be set as default to the Freenom name servers, of course, just in case you want to use their hosting or host connected to them. However, we're going to go to use custom name servers, and we're going to paste this in name server 1. For name server 2, you can simply just paste the same one and just change number 1 to number 2 because the name servers are the same. If you want to double check that, just come back to your info page and you can see that they're both the same, just one's name server 1 and one is number 2. Once you've typed that in, simply click change name servers, and now you're all done on the aspect of Freenom. You don't and shouldn't have to come back to here now. That's all registered, so we can come back to the domain list and leave that status as active. Now let's come over to our SeekaHost once more. We've added in the name servers, so we can now go ahead and activate our SSL certificate to make it safe. Make sure you get your username and password right on the screen now, otherwise you will lose it. So let's click SSL. On this page here, all you're going to have to do is click one button. Just read it carefully though, because it does tell you that you have to have your name servers configured first, and also not to keep doing it if it doesn't work the first time. Just wait a little while, otherwise you can get blocked off for a week if you keep trying to activate it. So let's just go and press R's. All our name servers are correct. Now don't worry if you do get this message. Unfortunately, sometimes the Freenom domains do take a little while to connect. So just wait a little while, try again in 30 minutes if this does happen. Sometimes it does just go straight through straight away. If you are getting yourself a SeekaHost domain where it's connected, it will just get the certificate, usually within a few minutes. Unfortunately, this is part of the frustration of using Freenom servers. They're free, but like I said, there's always going to be a price to pay for it. Unfortunately, this time it is inconvenience. So whilst we are waiting for that, let's just go ahead and check out the SeekaHost domains and how you can grab one just in case you want one this way. So let's just go over to the domain names and go to register domain. Now, as you can see, we are actually currently having a sale with up to 50% off domains, so in fact for only £4.49 you could get yourself a .com domain for the entire year. So let's just say we wanted to check out for a domain called the best blog on earth 123.com. So just go ahead and search on here. Much like Freenom, you're going to be able to search, it's going to come up pretty quickly, and there you go, we found it for less than half the price of what it originally is at £9 per year. And you can find lots of other different variations as well, .org, .co.uk, so all the major ones. So really, if you are thinking of eventually making the switch and you have had too much hassle with Freenom, you know where to come. So to add to the incredible frustration, that domain just didn't work in the end, so I've gone back and I've done exactly the same process with another one. So hopefully a working website.tk will work this time. So as before, I've taken my username, I've taken my password, I've changed over the name servers as is the correct process. It's saying online, so let's just go ahead to our SSL and we should now be able to activate it. Unfortunately, like I've said once already, a free service does come with a price. Very frustrating price. So guys, our frustration is over. The SSL has gone through, it's finally been propagated, and it's all going nicely. So now, back to the tutorial, we can go click on our WordPress site info here. It's secured. We can even see our preview of our site on the SeekaHost dashboard. Now, one great thing, or some of the features that you're going to get with SeekaHost for £1 a month, or about $1 a month depending on where you live, or euro, etc., is you're going to get your SSL for free like we just saw now. You can check up your disk space, you can do backups on here, you even get free email accounts. So let's just go to email accounts and actually set this up just to check it out working. So as you can see here, you can choose the actual name of it. So let's just say I want mine to be jdog at a working website.tk, so it's going to include your domain in the @ and that's going to be your email. Here you can simply just go ahead and create yourself a password, and that's it. You've got yourself a free working email for your business. Let's just go ahead and click email there. You'll then have your information to log in, and it really only takes a matter of minutes to actually load up. This will sort of load for a second. If it's just taken any longer than 20 seconds, simply refresh the page. It really doesn't take that long to actually get your email. As you can see, we're active. We've got the login right here. We've also got the password that we just created, and we can just head on over to our new email account now and log in. Hit login and that's it. You've got yourself your free email. Now you can start sharing it out for your website. You've obviously now got a matching email to your website, absolutely free of charge. So that is how to connect your Freenom domains to SeekaHost panel. However, you did see there is some frustration in it. There can be a lot of things that go wrong. One of the things to always bear in mind is that a lot of people have complained about the domains being taken away from them. Let's say if you hit a certain amount of visitors and you don't hit it the next month, they've had it taken away, to then only find out they can only get it back for a certain price. Now, although it's good to start with, or you know, it can be better to start with a free domain, let's say, just to get you started, practice and test, I would always suggest getting an actual paid domain from a reputable company. As you can see here, and as we showed earlier, when you register your domain, you can go for an actual .com domain. There are some really cheap prices. This is per year as well, don't forget, not per month. So if for your £1 per month, you can get hosting to get it up there. We offer some of the most secure hosting with excellent customer service. So sometimes it might just be worth just to spend them extra couple of pounds just to get your proper domain. You know that you're going to be secure. You know that you're going to have it for a certain amount of time until you choose to renew it and nobody's going to take it away from you. Let's say you've built your site up, you've got loads of visitors, then suddenly they decide, no, we're going to take this domain away and we're going to charge quite a lot because that domain's actually got quite high traffic now. You don't want that happening. So although going or starting free isn't too bad, where you really need to be going to is a paid but trusted domain host. And you won't be faffing around with name servers because it's almost instant when you use it with the SeekaHost domains. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you again next time on the next tutorial. Bye bye.